Hi. So I just thought we'd continue on with this series of doing a Hawaiian style quilting, but by machine with fusible applique. So I've gone ahead and I've done all the applique. I did that in the last video, the actual applique stitching by free motion. And today I thought I'd show you how to do, or how I do, the echo quilting. Echo quilting is one of those things that kind of literally echoes. If you think of an actual echo, we often think of it in terms of sound, and you might be in a mountain range or a canyon or somewhere that gets a good echo going, and it repeats, and each time it repeats it's a bit fainter, it's a bit less distinct. So that's a little bit like echo quilting. As we come around, you can possibly see up here, I've quilted this one, not necessarily especially well, but initially you come around and you're following the design quite nicely, and the next time you're not following the design as closely, and the next time even less, and so it goes on. So it softens as it gets further away from the initial image. So I'm just going to do, I've done the inside little bits, I've got one left to do, thought I'd do that, and then I'll just start going around so that you can just see how that goes. So just inside the shapes, because that white area, it still needs quilting, otherwise it's going to really bulge up, which we don't want any bulges in our quilts, or anywhere else really. So just free motion, I'm coming maybe 1/8 of an inch away from my applique at this stage. It might overlap a little bit where it meets in the middle there, and that's all fine. It's really allowed to do whatever it likes. And that's that little section. So I've done all my inside white areas now. So now I need to come all the way around the outside. So because we're going to get that little softening effect, we can also just keep going. We don't have to stop and start. So I'm going to sort of start around here and come around there, so that when I come all the way back around here, I probably won't come in that shape again because there isn't room. So I'm kind of already ready to just start softening those lines. So I'll go all the way around so that you can see what I mean by that. So we're reasonably close on this first round. Don't have to rush it, just take your time coming around. And even coming approximately 1/8 of an inch or maybe slightly more away, it already softens the shape that we had there initially. Your machine going fairly constantly. You don't want it to be racing away with you. You don't want it to be going too slow. If you're going a little bit slow and you get giant stitches, that usually means that your machine might be going a bit fast for your hands. So just try and regulate those two together, coordinate them. It takes a little bit of practice if you haven't done much of this. Looking pretty amazing already. This is only round one. So I'm almost back around again, so when I get around there we'll just keep on going, possibly a little bit further away this time. I'm just going to join up that stitching and back up a little bit here, and then I'm just going to come just a bit further away. You can see those lines are softening the shape, so as you go further out they can get a little bit further apart if you want them to. Okay, we're back again, and now just continue on round. So you're going to get some areas, possibly by the time you finish, such as just here, where you might come out another round perhaps, but then you're getting like a gap in here, so you can come back later and just fill in little gaps. You don't have to go all the way round every time. So I'm just going to continue that, and I'll show it to you when I've finished it so that you can see how it's going to look. So I've finished doing my echo quilting. It's like my applique, it's a little bit organic today. We like organic. Being the gourmet quilter, we go for organics. So I think it's kind of fun though. I have scooped in a little bit on the edges where there were still little gaps, basically following it loosely the design. It looks pretty good, even from the back it's looking pretty good because it's all quilted all the way through. So this would be a perfect example of something to put in a quilt as you go type quilt, or make a cushion, or make a little mat. I don't really mind where it goes. So I've already done this one up here, so I can pop this one up here next to it so that it's got a friend, and I'm pretty pleased with the way they're coming up. And by the time they're all joined up with the white together and things, I think that's going to look really nice as a quilt. I'm probably going to make a few more blocks, and then I've made this larger block which possibly could even go in the centre, who knows. So, and that one again I've quilted right through the back. You can probably see reasonably well the amount of quilting that's on there. It's a lot of fun to do. I really just enjoy sitting. For me this is a little bit like a relaxation to sit and do this free motion work. Not something I get to do all that often. So I've gone round in the borders, and again I just needed to make sure that there was enough holding it, but I will be coming in with the seam just around there. So to me that looks absolutely fine. I'm really happy with that. That's my version of Hawaiian style quilting. It's fusible, it's machine sewn, and really what else can I say other than have some fun. I can't be in Hawaii. I've never even been to Hawaii. I would like to go to Hawaii, however. I love their style of quilting, and this is just my interpretation of that. So please do enjoy it. As I said, there are a few other videos leading up to this one to show you how to do the cutting, and how, well, initially how to draw a shape that you can use as your pattern, to cut it out, to iron it on and stitch it, applique it, and then to quilt it with the echo quilting. So thank you.